Hey, this is Don McGrath, and in the previous few videos, I've talked about your expert book, having your expert book in your pack and how that's your guidebook to becoming an undisputed expert in your area. Today, I'd like to shift topic a little bit and talk about another thing that you need in your pack, and it's the way you're going to shout your message from the mountaintop, and it's the ability to speak to groups, to do one-to-many talks. And in a previous video, I talked about how this is kind of like your walkie-talkie, the way you're going to message to the world. You're going to communicate to the world. And it's also like the food that you have in your pack, because it's a really fantastic way to connect with people and attract people who need to hear your message. So that's what I'll be talking about today. So if you thought about speaking, have you ever wondered, where do you speak? How do you get these stages? What are some of the best places to speak? And then have you wondered about how do you monetize your message when you do speak? So I'll be talking about in this video today the different types of stages there are and how do you win those stages? What do you need to be able to win those stages? So the first type of stage is the free stage. And this is a great stage if you're just getting started. This is a fantastic place to practice. And I've done many, many, many free stages over the past decade or so. And they can be really great. They're a great place to practice. These can be your Rotary clubs. They could be your Kiwanis clubs. They could be your meetup groups, your networking groups. They could be little seminars that you can do at your local library. So there are many, many opportunities for free stages. These service groups like the Rotary, the Kiwanis, the Optimist, they are looking for speakers every week in pretty much every city across the country. So there are opportunities, and a little bit later in this video, I'll tell you how you secure those stages. What are some of the best approaches that I found really, really work for securing those stages. Another thing these stages are really good for is getting footage, video footage of you speaking. When you're a speaker and you want to go win some stages and show someone that you're a speaker, the best way you can do it is have video of you speaking. So having those free stages where you can get pictures of you speaking and where you can get video of you speaking are really, really valuable. Another really valuable thing about free stages is you can get testimonials. Testimonials are social proof. They're proof that you're a good speaker. Someone else besides yourself is saying you're a good speaker. That's what a testimonial is. Video testimonials are wonderful. I have found that typically with these service organizations, you reach the end of the hour and people need to get to work. So sometimes it's difficult to do that. If you can have the person give you a short video testimonial, fantastic. What I've often done is I've often, after the fact, emailed the meeting planner, the person who provided me that stage, with, hey, thank you so much for having me speak to your group. Really, really loved it. It was a great group. It would be very helpful for me to help others if I could have a short testimonial from you like this. And I actually write something to them and say, please modify this or write your own. And it would be really helpful to me if you send that back to me. And they almost always do. And they usually change just a couple of words. So then you can take that, you can put it on your website, you can put it on your materials, and it's a way to get started. Okay, so free stages are great for getting started. That's where you want to practice. The next type of stage is where you pay someone to get on their stage. And there's some really great value here. What you can often do is when you do that, you can sell something from the stage, or you can gather leads from the stage. Now, also, when you do this, they tend to have high-quality video of you speaking, and you can often get that video. So really, really super valuable. And get photos of you at the event, get testimonials from the people who saw you speak. So pay to speak are really great stages. The only thing you got to think about is you need to get the value back out of it that you put in. If you pay, let's say, $2,000 or $4,000 to get on a stage, you need to get $2,000 or $4,000 of value back, whether it's leads, whether it's selling your services or your product, whether it's the collateral that you can get and the quality of the video, the quality of the testimonies. I've actually paid to be on stage just to get the video and some testimonials and exposure. So it's super valuable. Just know that you need to get your value back out. And a little bit of word of caution that understand the stage that you're paying to get on. I've had situations where I got on a stage and what I have to offer isn't a good fit. And so there's not a lot of value except for the video and some of the testimonials. So just be aware that when you're on someone else's stage and you're paying to be there, make sure you get your value out of it. And there's a lot of things you can negotiate with them to get, like access to the contact list of the people who are there. And the list goes on and on and on. But get your value out of it. The third type of stage is one where you get a revenue share. So you can sell your product or services from someone else's stage and you split the sales with them. So this can be great. You don't have to lay out money to begin with, but here's the thing is you're not going to get invited on somebody's stage to do a rev share unless you have a proven track record of being able to sell from the stage. And if you're just getting started, you're quite a ways from there. And I guess the other thing is don't go on a rev share stage and bomb, because no one's ever going to want you in that same situation again. Okay, so just a little word of caution. You have to be really, really good, proven track record to be able to close, and they tend to be kind of hard to get. And I think a lot of us have been to these events where you get pitched constantly, and I think that's people are doing those less and less and less, let's just say. The fourth type of stage is where you get paid to speak on someone's stage. And this is really valuable. You get compensated with your travel and expenses in order to go and give your message. That's a great way to be. I've had those opportunities. They've been great. And again, you have to be really good, and you have to have a deep portfolio of speaking and referrals and really be known to be able to get those stages. Just something about paid stages. So there's kind of two different levels of paid stage, where people pay you to give a keynote or give your talk. There's kind of the professional level, and the speaking fees tend to be in the $500 and expenses maybe up to maybe $15,000. So it's a big range, and it really depends upon your experience, the stage, the audience, a lot of different factors. And then there's the celebrity, which is above $15,000. And this is where people are celebrities. And I've heard of people being paid hundreds of thousands of dollars as a celebrity to go speak on someone else's stage. So there's a couple different levels. The fifth type of stage, and a stage that I really like, is where it's your own stage. And if you're just getting started, it will probably be a small stage. You might gather 10 people who want to hear what you have to say about a specific topic. For example, this afternoon, I'm giving a 2-hour seminar on speaking right here in Colorado Springs. So that's my own stage. I love it. I can control everything about it. It's just me. I don't have to worry about coordinating anything. I could make it as big or as small or as expensive or inexpensive or free. So I really love those stages. So my favorite stages right now are I don't do so much the free anymore as much. Once in a while I will. But I like my own stage and the pay to speak. Let's talk a little bit about where are these stages. Well, I already talked about Kiwanis and those service organizations. There's also many associations. You name it, there's an association for it. And there's not only a national association, sometimes there's an international association. And then there's often regional and state. And I mean, there's just so many opportunities to speak in the association space. So you can just go on the internet and look for the Association of Women Executives. Look for the Outdoor Industry Association. Just go, and you're going to find tons of opportunities, and they need speakers. So sometimes they're paid, sometimes they'll pay you. So it kind of depends. So that's where you find the stages. Now I'd like to shift topic a little bit and talk about what do you need to do to win these stages. Okay, the free stage. What I found, all you really need is a good topic and what I call a one sheet, which is just one sheet that says what your topics are and tells a little bit about you. And really just having that, and a website that they can go to. So I found just an email just to whoever the organizer is saying, hey, you know, I love what your organization does, and I know you're always looking for speakers, and I feel like my topic would really serve you and serve your members, and it would be my honor to come speak to you, and then send them a copy of your one sheet, and then send them the link to your website. And that's typically enough to get 3 stages. Now let's talk about where you pay to get on someone else's stage. You think that'd be easy? It's not. You have to be good. People protect their stages. It's a reflection on them. So here you not only have a one sheet, but you also have a speaker kit, which is much more. It talks about how you've been in the media. It talks about, you know, what your background is. It gives some of your qualifications, the talks that you give. It's got graphics in it. It's got ways to contact you. So it's got some social proof, some testimonials. So there's more. And you really need those assets in order to book those stages. And now your website should also have a speakers page where you have a clip of you speaking. And maybe a clip that explains what you do and what you speak about and what problems you can solve for the meeting planner. And then obviously testimonials. So if you want to see an example of a speaker page, I think mine is pretty good. Go to contourleadership.com/speaking. And I think you can follow that. You can even download my speaker kit and take a look at what that looks like. I think that could be very, very valuable for you. So that's what you need for the pay to speak. Let's talk about the rev share. You need that same thing, plus you need testimonials from meeting planners saying that you can close, that you're really good, right? And you need to be able to forward those, maybe not on your website, but show those to the meeting planner that you want to speak at. Often the rev shares that I'm aware of, people get through personal networking and referrals. But you still need all that stuff. You need a website, you need a speaker page, you need a speaker kit. All right. Now the getting paid to speak, that ups it even more. Here, typically what you need is a portfolio of talks that you've given, testimonials that go with them, and you just need to have media exposure. You need to bring that to that next level. And obviously, the more you have of that, the higher your fee can be. Now, for your own stage, all you really need is a following and a good topic. That's it. So that's a summary of the types of stages, what you need to win those stages, what those stages are good for, and how to interface with the meeting planner and how to actually go after and win those stages. Well, I hope you found that really, really valuable. Again, you want an example, go to contourleadership.com. Feel free to download the stuff that's on my website and take a look, and I hope that offers you a lot of value. It's Don McGrath.